I see such a drive for young men, younger than I. They're searching for meaning. They're searching for something that is bigger than what their parents' generation searched for. I think this generation, Generation Z, or at least men that are in their 18s or young 20s, they're searching for something more than just getting a good job and finding a wife. Part of it's just the news and the nature of the world today, where we just search for, you see so much evil and you see so much, nothing is really hidden anymore, especially with like the Epstein stuff coming out. Everybody realizes, like, dang, there's some dark, serious stuff going on, and the government that I am a part of in my country, it's not helping me out at all. The schooling system isn't helping me out at all. Houses are practically unaffordable. You can't, the American dream is on its last legs. The women are, it's hard to find women because dating apps and Tinder and all the such ruined it. Any woman can just find a new guy if there's one problem with the first one she has. So the men are just like, well, there's like no hope. There's no future. And so you become black-pilled. You become black-pilled pretty hard. I did it. You just become depressed, and so you numb. I have a short about the era of numbness. It's like that's the big reason of why people are numbing, why men are numbing. It's because they don't see anything to look forward to. They don't see anything to like strive for, because all of it seems just pretty much unobtainable. The minute I start talking about Christianity, and the minute I start talking about suffering and how it's good to suffer, and it's in our suffering that we grow, I see people's face, or men's face, that are younger than me, even people that are my age and even older. Their eyes just light up. I was like, what? What do you mean it's good to suffer? What? It's like, yeah, that's how you grow. That's how you learn, and that's how you build strength. Use a cliche gym quote that I saw yesterday in my gym, but it was so true. It's like, what did it say? The struggle you feel today will give you the strength you will need for tomorrow. It's really cliche, but it's, I mean, is it even cliche? I haven't really heard that quote a lot, but no, it's, yeah. Every single hard emotion, hard struggle, hard conflict, hard relationship, hard career move, hard career. This is what makes you stronger, and more resilient. And so don't just numb it. Don't numb that pain and try to just mitigate it through numbing metrics. Sit with that pain. Deal with it. Learn what God is teaching you. God is always trying to teach you something. And so try to figure out what he's trying to teach you. If you're addicted to something, then obviously you need to get off of it. Drugs, alcohol, porn, weed, video games. I mean, video games, like, some people take it way too far. Things that are healthy, it's just like you still gotta keep stuff in moderation. You don't want to become gluttonous. The sin of gluttony is just another big one. And gluttony doesn't just involve food or overeating. It's gluttony in anything, overindulgence. There's a reason why being an alcoholic, I speak from experience. So you just drink every day in excess, overindulgence. It gets to the point where it's not even fun anymore. But if you drink like moderately, it's like pretty nice. You have control over it. You're drinking in appropriate situations, like at parties or in an outing. And you don't have to spend a fortune to just get drunk or to get a buzz at all because your tolerance is so low. Moderation, moderation, moderation. What was it? Sir Francis Bacon had the quote of moderation in everything, including moderation. So yeah. Anyway. But men, you have to realize God is real. God is so real. The atheist era that I was a part of, I was a Reddit atheist for quite some time in my teenage years, but that era is over. More and more people are coming to God because they realize their life is so meaningless, and it's the things that our forefathers obtained to achieve happiness, like a wife and kids, a good job, a house, playing golf on the weekends. It's like, who's to say that they were actually happy, first of all? But also, it's like those things are kind of unobtainable right now for men who are working a standard job. It's like you got to be making some pretty good money if you want to buy your own house. But either way, it's not about that. You have to realize that this world and this life it's nothing but a glimpse, and it's temporary. And it'll never end. Your life will never end. Your soul will never end. But this form and this shape of this human body, this is only temporary. You have an inner soul. And the meaning of all of this is to purify that soul and to get in communion with God, to get in union with God, to be purified. That is theosis. The unification of the synergistic nature of one's own soul and God's will. Or rather, just this the synchronicity of one's self-will and God's will. Literally constantly thinking of what to do next and if it's pleasing to God in everything. I mean, honestly, think about that. Just literally think, like, every decision that you make and you first ask your question, is this pleasing to God? Think of how much sin you would get out of your life. Think of, like, how much temptation you would avoid. Now, it's another thing if it's an addictive behavior, because you get a case of the screw-its a lot when your mind is in that addictive behavior, which is understandable. But eventually, you get to a point where you're just trying to do everything else right, that God will start to give you grace and start to give you strength to get through your addictions. Go to extraordinary measures to get rid of your addictions too. Jesus said, if your right eye causes you to sin, then gouge it out. If your right arm causes you to sin, then cut it off. Meaning, this is Jesus's attempt to say, you have to go to the most extreme measures possible to get rid of sin out of your life. You have to do it. When I got rid of my porn addiction, I got a flip phone for like a year and a half. And everybody thought I was crazy. Everybody thought I was extreme. But I had to do what I had to do to, I had to do what I had to do to get the sin out of my life. And because sin is not just like displeasing God, it's harmful to your own soul. And why is it harmful to your soul? Because you're cutting off grace and God's grace He gives to you. I remember starting and really getting close with God. I mean, really getting close. In prayer life and everything. And there was a moment where I just went and like browsed and just looked. That's all I did. I didn't do anything else. Looked at, the explicit content. And I told him, and what am I doing? It's like I told myself, I was like, oh, I'll just look. I'll see if I'm even tempted. I was like, bro, you're sinning. It's like you're purposely going out to look at it. You're sinning. And, I've been clean for so long that when I did that, oh my gosh, it was so humbling. I'm glad I did it, actually, because it was so humbling. And I felt such an immense amount of separation from God. It hurt. I was devastated. I went and prayed after. I was like, God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Like, what am I even thinking? What am I doing? And like even that, like I went the whole day and just not feeling in communion, not feeling close to God at all, and just depressed, anxiety, just for a day. And I'm just like, that's awful. I don't ever want to sin again. It's like, why inflict pain upon myself? That's what the demons and the devil want you to do. It's like they want to give you a dopamine hit. It's all drugs, really. Drugs is the embodiment of Satan. But it's all just a means of like feeling good in the moment, so that when you come back to it, when you come back to yourself, you're hurting, you're in pain. Whether that be spiritually, mentally, physically. That's why God gives us these like rules. It's not to hurt us. It's to protect us. It's always been to protect us. So I'll probably cut it right around here. I didn't really even have a really good theme for this video. I'll make it more structured next time. But men are searching for meaning, and I think there is a movement of men coming back to God, and they're coming back to God hard, to the fullest extent, trying to seek out the full truth of Christianity, the full truth of God. That's why people come to Orthodoxy. Yeah. Me being one of them. So, anywho. Alright. Deuces.